Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Mandy from Hope Designs and welcome to my super messy spinner situation. So this particular night I was playing with interference colors. So I have a black puddle down. I think that this is either interference violet or interference blue violet on top of the black. I had mixed up a couple of interference colors that I had for resin just to see if they would work in blooms. So I don't remember if they're color art or if they're that test batch that I mixed up. This is muted turquoise from Liquitex Soft Body. That is white, titanium white, mixed with the regular pouring medium. And then there's some black cell activator, and I'm going to use ultramarine cell activator, which is the first time I've used this color. That's a golden color. It's also the first time I've actually used a double cell activator, so I was pretty excited to try that out. I will say the ultramarine looks super cool right here, but it dried super dark because it's a transparent or semi-transparent or whatever color, and so the black underneath it caused it to dry looking really dark. Still looks cool, and I did go ahead and resin one of these to see what they would look like, but I think if I were to do it again, I might have just opted out of the black or used very little. I don't know, but this was so fun for me because I had never used a double cell activator, and I just remember when I first spun it out, I was like, whoa, that's cool. And of course the white underneath it is not a cell activator. It's just in the pouring medium, but it creates, I used a little bit too much of it, but it creates these really cool outline cells. Anyway, I thought it was really cool. So I remember I was painting out here and my husband was out here and I was like, whoa, this is so cool. And he got me this golden color for Valentine's Day, I think. Yeah, Valentine's Day. And I hadn't ever used it before, so I just decided to make it into a cell activator to see what it would look like. And since I was on this kick where I was playing with interference colors, I was like, oh, let's see what this looks like. So I still really like it. I think it would look really cool if I used a blue interference and like a blue base and then used it. Whoa, that's a super zoomy close-up. Yeah, cool, right? It dried darker, of course, but I really like it. So I did a couple more. 2 of them turned out a lot better than 2 other ones. Now, the other ones are not resined yet, but the middle just got really dark. So I think if I were to do this again, instead of using muted turquoise, I would use a light turquoise or like a bright, like a light aqua or something that is gonna create some contrast, so that if I use a double cell activator and it's a dark color, it wouldn't just completely darken everything up. It also would be neat to use that ultramarine blue cell activator with a silver cell activator. Curious what that would look like. So might give it a shot. I have both of them mixed up right now. However, they've both been mixed up for a little bit, so I don't know how well they would perform at the same time. But this was just really fun for me to play around with it. And sometimes it's fun when you're going to try a double cell activator or something for the first time to try it on a small surface and try it with minimal ingredients so you can actually see what it looks like. So I thought it was a lot of fun. And I was just goofing off. At first I wasn't even going to record it. I was just playing around. But that's when things happen that never ever happen for like the first time. And so I went and got my tripod, and I didn't even set up my lighting. I think I just got the tripod, and this is probably just the lighting from my phone. So the lighting may not be great, but I really enjoyed the experiment. So hopefully you are enjoying it with me, and it just kind of lets you know, like, to not necessarily limit yourself with what you have in mind to create with, try new things, take a couple chances here and there. See, this one didn't turn out quite as crazy cool as the first one. But I love the effect of that tiny bit of white underneath the cell activator. I used a little too much. That's why it seems like it's washing it out. But it turns out to be okay because it just still dried really dark. So when you see me tilting it, I'm trying to center something. I'm trying to get something to move that's not moving. But I thought this was pretty cool. Almost like a little patch of cell activator. I don't normally like that, but it kind of worked here. The only negative side of that is because of the Floetrol, it dries kind of matte in the middle. So it looks weird when it dries, but then under resin, it doesn't really look weird anymore. So yeah, just be aware if you use a double cell activator, it's gonna look a little bizarre at first. I've been doing black and white cell activator, and that's kind of fun. I just think they're so neat looking. I think I actually did the whole set. Look how much paint I have on my arm. Like I have no home training or anything. Just so messy. At least my spinner matched the paint mess in the pool. I really need to get a new pool and line it so it doesn't look like, you know, a horror movie every time we do a video. But I'll get around to it. It's interference something. We're going to say blue violet because it looks thin like the one I mixed up to try it out. So I'm pretty sure it's blue violet. There's definitely some violet in there, I can tell you, because it's very violet on the dried result. Muted turquoise is a beautiful color. It looks like it's like a phthalo turquoise, but it's a little darker than that. Not as green. Like it looks like maybe phthalo turquoise that has some gray, maybe a little more blue in it. It's kind of a cool color. Here we go. My little world's smallest blower has paint on it, so sometimes the button gets stuck. That wasn't my best effort there, but I tried to fix it. So we're just letting the cell activator come back in the center and about to spin. Here we go. I'm realizing now that I have you guys up a little too high. So I'm just taking some of that spin off to cover that corner just so that the paint moves a little bit easier to the corner. It's ultimately going to get spun off, so no big deal with that. I wish I had more of these resins so I could determine what the outcome is. I only resined one so I could see what it looked like. But I definitely want to play with this ultramarine as a cell activator again. I thought it was really beautiful. I think it would look really pretty on some like bright colors too. Some flowery colors, maybe with some black. That'd be really cool. I don't remember if this is the last one. Probably so. I want to say this is the last one, but I'm not sure. I try not to just do too many redundant things. We got our black. And Interference Blue Violet. And here comes our muted turquoise. Tiny white. You can tell I have trouble keeping it to a tiny little spot. And Black Cell Activator and Ultramarine Ultramarine Cell Activator. I kind of goofed right there. So the reason I went the opposite side around is I wanted to give that a chance to regroup before I tried to fix it. Because if I had just continued to try to blow it after I goofed with the blowout, it would have just bottomed out. And what I didn't do well, just trying to catch myself. That one random stream of cell activator going to the side is kind of weird. That's just kind of how I screwed up the beginning, but that's okay. We'll fix it. If I haven't mentioned it yet, please join our Fluid Art Friends group on Facebook. The link is listed below, and we would love to have you. And I have a promo code below for Shelley's class to give you 15% off. And there's also a 20% off promo code for anything on the Color Art website. As you know, I use color art in almost every single pour, and I love it. So take advantage of that. It's wonderful for blooms and fluid art. And let me know what you think of this weird color combo test in the comments below. Did you like it? What did you think of the double cell activator? I'd love to hear your feedback. If you're not a subscriber, we would love for you to join us and hit that subscribe and hit the notification bell. And thank you so much for everyone who is and who watches us and supports us. We really appreciate it. I know my husband doesn't come on videos very often, but he does do art with me sometimes. He's just in school, so mostly me. But I can just say from both of us, we really appreciate the ongoing support. And here's our last little close-up. I'm going to try to share more doggy clips with you guys. Thanks for watching.